Hello, and welcome to CVS, the path to sustainability. The oceans need your help. They don't have a voice, and we're here to give one to them today. Fish are swimming around in our oceans with plastic bags on their head and plastic around their necks, unable to breathe, and it doesn't look too terribly comfortable, does it? So we need for you, CVS, to help us change that.
In addition to plastic bags ending up in our oceans, one problem they also have to deal with is people flushing down your prescription drugs into the toilet. Now the problem with them disposing in this way is that they end up in the oceans and fish that we all use. We're here today to represent stakeholders that aren't able to talk to you in person and that would like you to address this issue.
When evaluating stakeholders, we examine the groups of people that make up the corporation and have an opinion within the company. For CVS, we are going to evaluate customers, media, and UN government regulators. When evaluating customers, we can see that they have economic and social power, which gives them a pretty large say over what the business is how the business is going to function. When examining the media, we can see that it has economic and informational power, as they have a large influence over the public opinion. Lastly, when examining UN government regulators, we can see they have the informational, social, and legal power, and most importantly, they have the legal power, which gives them legal responsibility throughout our society. When examining the power of coalitions, we can see that customers and media have the power of coalition, as the media has a large influence over the customer opinion. When examining the media and the United Nations, we can see that that's a natural power, because the United Nations is a large government organization within our society, that when they come together with the media, they as well have a large natural public influence over society.
Opinions are extremely important. The most effective coalitions are ones in which stakeholders have similar goals, they're unified, they have similar values and morals, and they have similar synergies. Diverse stakeholders are connected by all of these common goals, which include attaining sustainability, environmental health, and building corporate social responsibility. When coalitions are effective, they ultimately build profitability.
So one of the main stakeholders that we're addressing here today is the media. So these are 4 of the largest media organizations here in the United States, and it's companies like these that make a difference in how customers view the company. So if media puts out good news about CVS, then there'll be positive reactions with those customers, and they'll be more likely to shop at CVS. But if something negative comes out, they'll be far less likely to shop at the store. So that's why coalitions involving media are so important. A second stakeholder that we're addressing is the United Nations. So the UNEA, United Nations Environment Assembly, and the UN Oceans Committee both work together to create policies that impact the entire world and how we view our oceans and collective waters. We're proposing that they work together with CVS Pharmacy to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. There's 17 goals overall, the 14th of which is life below water, which is what we're focusing on today. So by positively impacting the way that corporations deal with water and water waste and pollution in our waters, we'll be able to help create oceans that are going to be great for both our generation and generations to come, and for the creatures that live in them.
We'd like to begin by addressing the current state of the oceans. So as it currently stands, only about 4% of the world's oceans are completely unaffected by pollution. 96% are either adversely affected or seriously affected by pollution. We'd like to focus on corporate plastic waste today. And if we look at CVS, for example, you can see that most of the products they produce, from selling toothbrushes to soaps, etc., are actually using using an input called high-density polyethylene. And essentially, this is a hydrocarbon that takes extremely long to decompose. And once this goes into the ocean, it's going to take dozens and dozens of years for it to reach a place where it's no longer affecting the ecosystem. The second part is that once it reaches the ocean, the density is going to bring this product to the bottom, which makes it even harder to clean up. Now, in terms of one example of this, we have something called the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. And essentially what this is a large 100-mile wide cluster of waste that's in the Central and North Pacific Ocean. And this is because the currents around the coastal regions are driving all the waste to the middle. This is leading to detrimental effects on the ecosystem for years to come, as well as killing thousands and thousands of wildlife animals each year. So now we'd like to address and bring attention to the UN Sustainability Goal number 14. And this is to conserve and sustainably use our oceans. We'd like to address the first one, 14.1, and 14.3. 14.1 speaks about reducing pollution, and 14.3 speaks about reducing acidification in the oceans.
Sustainability is essentially building present business while looking into the future opportunities and growth. When building sustainability in a company, this generates shareholder value, builds up corporate responsibility, and it increases profits. Throughout all of these benefits, it also makes the world a better place, which is why it should be prioritized.
So what is CVS doing today? CVS has some light recycling initiatives, and they're working with Ocean Conservancy to pick up tons and tons of trash that are littering our oceans and our coasts all around the country. They also currently have a medication disposal recycling bin in a lot of their stores. There's currently 800. They started rolling them out in July. But we personally don't think that that's enough because it's not in all of their stores. And when researching the company, we barely could find any near large city centers in Michigan. We think that CVS needs to amp up their game in both the recycling of plastics and of medications to help make the world a better place.
Now, in addition to what CVS has implemented today, we've come to you with a sustainability program that will both address the problem of plastic bags ending up in our oceans and the unsafe disposal of your prescription drugs.
We've come up with 2 programs that CVS can implement to promote safe prescription disposal. Our first is the incentive program, where customers can bring back a certain amount of unfinished prescriptions and get a discount on all in-store items. Our second is the buyback program, where customers are able to bring back these unfinished prescriptions and CVS will buy them back for a portion of what they cost. Trash and plastic waste is harming our oceans. So we feel that CVS should change from their plastic bags to paper bags, just like Whole Foods has done. With this, if customers are able to bring in reusable bags, they could get a discount and that could be used towards ocean charities.
So why is this important? So together with our prescription buyback and incentive program and the way that we're reducing plastic waste in our stores, we'll be able to not only help CVS's overall bottom line and help raise stock prices, but it'll help improve the safety and quality of our oceans and world as a whole. This will also lead to more happy employees, more happy customers, and a management that's more respected by all of the leaders amongst the business world in America.
Now, in terms of spreading the message about your new sustainability programs, we recommend that CVS go through its regular advertising channels, such as the circulars that you sent out, as well as television commercials. It is also important to note that the media, as a stakeholder, will play a very important role in spreading the message about your sustainability programs. Now, we feel that your sustainability programs will have impacts in 3 main areas: economic, social, and environmental impact. In terms of economic impact, an incentive program could incentivize customers to come into the store more often and eventually lead to higher sales. In terms of social impact, you may see that CVS will have greater public perception after these programs and that the media will view you a little more favorably. And last, but most importantly, is the environmental impact. By initiating these programs, you will be helping to clean the oceans and fish that we all use, and we would all be very thankful of this fact.
So, today is a time for you, the board members of CVS, to take action about these issues that are plaguing our world. The plastic wastes that are polluting oceans around the world aren't slowing down anytime soon, and pharmacies and corporations across the country aren't doing anything to stop it. By exercising corporate social responsibility and displaying concern for worldwide oceans, CVS can help not only improve the quality of these shared waters, but make a better name for themselves in the world as a whole. By implementing our prescription buyback or incentive program, CVS is giving its loyal customers a chance to help the environment, stop the spread of the opioid crisis by disposing of unused drugs, and receive an additional incentive to shop in CVS's many locations. The 2 options we presented give CVS the freedom to choose what programs are the best fit for them and their needs, while still giving customers the chance to help the environment. Switching from plastic to paper bags and giving incentives in the form of discounts or donations to customers shopping in store, we will be able to reduce the amount of plastic waste that are being disposed of in the Great Pacific Garbage Patch and other areas in the oceans and waters. CVS stores can choose which charities they'd like the donations to go to, much like the Whole Foods model, and gives them the chance to pick which charities relating to ocean issues they'd like to help make a difference. By focusing on sustainability and the United Nations Goal 14, Life Underwater, we will help improve CVS's bottom line and the way that they are viewed in the business world as a whole. Thank you very much for your time, and we hope that you will join us in recognizing the ways that the media, customers, and the United Nations play a role in making sustainability an attainable goal for CVS. Thank you.